Camille Steiner here. I'm a director with Usborne Books and More, and I'm excited to be able to tell you about some of our top sellers and some of my favorites too. I love that Usborne and Kane Miller books get kids asking questions and exploring the world around them and being creative. And I also love that they're designed to encourage kids to have fun with literature and to really fall in love with reading and learning. So one of the first series I want to tell you about is That's Not My. This particular series has over 20 titles to choose from, but you can see that they're just beautiful, bright colors that are outlined in black. So they really have those different creatures or items pop off the page for them, and they've got touchy-feely patches. And I love the touchy-feely patches paired with a descriptive word on the page, so kids are learning adjectives and all sorts of really fun things, and it's told from the perspective of the little white mouse on each page, so lots of familiarity for kids, and it helps them to find that mouse on every page too, with visual discrimination. But these are books that kids really love to read over and over again. A book that was a favorite in our house with the kids growing up was There's a Mouse About the House, and I love that it has a mouse that lives in the front pocket of the book, and then he goes through the book slot to slot, page to page. So you see he comes through the slot here and he follows along the dotted line on the page. He's looking for food in this story. So I love that all the things that this is teaching kids too, because they're learning that they can't get excited and turn more than one page at a time because otherwise the mouse won't be there. And they're also learning that stories go left to right because that's how they're following the line through the book. And it's also working on the fine motor skills and those hand muscles that they would use for holding writing utensils and for cutting and doing all sorts of fun things like that with their hands. So all sorts of different things they're learning beyond just enjoying the book too. The next one I want to tell you about is Muddle and Match. This is one of our new top-selling series, and there's 4 different ones to choose from. This is Jungle Animals here. Really fun, interactive, and creative way to get kids into making all sorts of new stories up and new animals, and for learning all sorts of really fun words too. So you can see that each different page has some fun tongue twister parts of the story, so great for alliteration and just tons of fun hours of mixing and matching and making all sorts of new creative silliness to enjoy together. The Complete Book of Farmyard Tales was a favorite in our house too. You can see this well-loved copy. I got this 10 years ago when I first joined as a consultant, but it's got a ribbon bookmark with it, and there's 20 different stories in it with the CD. And this is called a dual level reader. So dual level reader, excuse me. So you can read it 3 different ways actually. You can see there's words on the top of each page, and there's words on the bottom of each page. So the top line, if you are having a tired mom moment, we all have those, or need a quick bedtime story, you can read just the top line of text, and that's a paraphrased version of the story. If you read the top and the bottom line, that's the full version of the story. And then as you have an emerging reader, the top line is written at a 1st grade reading level, and the bottom line is 2nd to 3rd grade reading level, so you can go back and forth reading with them, and they can enjoy the picture while you read the bottom line, or they can enjoy it later on as they're kind of advancing in their reading too. And on every page, there's a little yellow duck hiding for them to find, so great for getting them to be picking things off the page. Great early reading skill there too. Now I want to introduce you to a collection that many of our hostesses often get and host parties for, called the Very First Reading Set. And you can get it without hosting a party too, most definitely. But it comes with a collection of 15 different hardcover books and a parent guide. And it's a perfect collection for teaching kids how to read. So this is the first one, Pirate Pat. And I pulled it out to kind of show it to you. And the child first learns, you teach them these first different 8-letter sounds initially. And once they know how to sound those out, they can start putting them into different combinations to make the words in this book. So these smaller words on the page, which are a little higher level text, you would read, and then they would read the bold words on each page, which are just different combinations of those 8 sounds that they learned. So great way to get a humorous storyline with lots more information included in it because you're reading some of the words too. You can see in the back of each book there are comprehension and phonics kind of games, puzzles for them to do. And each book builds on the one before, about 1 month worth of learning to read. So at the end of the series, they're reading at about a second grade reading level. So awesome collection for them to enjoy even long after that. Another new series that our hostesses are really enjoying too for hosting a party is the Usborne picture book gift set. I love this collection because it has 20 different classic read-aloud stories included in it, picture books that are just really well-known literature, like Three Little Pigs or the Beauty and the Beast or Emperor's New Clothes, Gingerbread Man. Really fun illustrations, as you can see, for kids to enjoy. Perfect length for a read-aloud book to snuggle on the couch with, but definitely stories that you will enjoy for years to come, and great sturdy slipcase to keep them all in too. A collection my kids are really enjoying is the illustrated stories. There's a whole variety of them to choose from. I'm going to show you the illustrated fairy tales, and I love these because they have just enchanting illustrations, I think, as you can see, but pretty simple text as well. So perfect for advancing readers. This one is written at about a second grade reading level. And there's 10 different stories included, padded cover with a ribbon bookmark. The adventure stories is an example I'll show you too. This one is written more at about a fourth grade reading level. So you can see the text is a little bit more complex, but still really beautiful illustrations included in it too. Now moving on to some nonfiction books, I want to show you our Beginners series. I love this nonfiction early reader collection. There's over 40 to choose from because it has beautiful illustrations, very vivid illustrations with really rich content. It's not dumbed down for kids, it's just simplified for them to be able to understand better. So you can see that lots of info included, and in the back of each book there's actually a glossary of terms related to that topic, and there's an internet website where you can go and find more information, activities and videos, and all sorts of more learning online as well. The Special Forces book is an example of our Discovery Adventure series. Perfect nonfiction collection of books for our upper elementary and middle school readers. And I love that it is packed with like age-appropriate information on topics that kids find super intriguing. And certain pages of it are even written in almost like a graphic novel format. Let me find one of those. So it's a great way to introduce kids to true stories about that particular topic in almost like a comic strip format. But it's a great way to engage some of those readers that really find certain kind of off-topic or off-limit topics fascinating, but in a really appropriate way for them, age-appropriate way for them too. The Usborne Science Encyclopedia is one of my very favorite books because I'm a self-professed science geek, and I love it because it covers all sorts of information, everything from chemistry and physics and biology to geography and everything in between. And you can see that there's just kind of bite-sized pieces of information paired with really beautiful photographs and illustrations. And they do that for research sake because they know that kids will retain that information better. But they're perfect for projects and papers for school, to have as resources around the house, and for any child that you know who just loves nonfiction information. There's also history ones and geography encyclopedias and children's encyclopedias too. I also want to show you our activity cards. So moving on to some activity things, the 100 Things for Little Children to Do on a Trip are a perfect example of our Wipe Clean cards that come with a dry erase marker and 50 cards usually that have activities on both sides of the cards, wipe clean surface so they can just do the activity and then wipe it off and do it again down the road. But you can hole punch the corner of the cards and stick them on a little metal ring, perfect for throwing in a backpack or keeping in the car with you. Use them for all those I'm bored moments, but also really terrific to take on vacation with you or a road trip or something like that. So I want to show you our sticker books. We're also really well known for these, and there's a whole slew and variety of them. I love them for our younger kids like this, where there's really big stickers and you can kind of put them on the pages to kind of complete the scenes that they would be part of. But we also have sticker books for more advanced kids, up through adult even. This would be our fashion designer collection, where there's stickers where they can actually design and finish them and put them on the pages. Sticker books that would be almost like a paper doll format, where there's everything from princesses and sailors and seafarers and explorers and soldiers and pop stars to dress. And then our Mosaic sticker books are some of our new popular ones, and they have lots of little mini stickers that you fill in all the detailed patterns on the pages. So really super therapeutic fun. My kids love these. The last book I want to show you is our drawing, doodling, and coloring book, and I love this book because it's perfect for gift giving. Great birthday party gift with pair it with some colored pencils or pens. But lots of doodling and drawing fun, perfect to encourage that creativity and de-stressing time, but also really great to give them ideas of new things to do, and actually perfect for brain development too. So not just for kids though, you can enjoy it too as a grown-up, but those are some sample books. Hope you enjoy them, and look for some more videos on the Facebook party.